And
Rolling. You remember that? That's how we started every show, man. We're rolling, guy.
it's Midnight in the Bay podcast, episode 173, I think. I am
That was my
so,
body weight about before quarantine. That was like 15 pounds lighter.
yeah, that was my body weight in sixth grade.
Oh man.
It's Nikki Z live reunion episode.
Oh man. Hey, your listeners, they don't have the HD like cameras and shit, dude, because I forgot to trim my nose hairs and I'm like, shit.
You know what? I never trim the nose hairs. I need to get better at that.
Yeah.
What do you use? Do you use a razor?
Nah, I have like a little freaking machine. There's like I got it as a gift. My mom got it for me for Christmas one year. It's like a little
Of
like a little
course.
it's like a
That's a
little
mom
plug
gift.
that goes up your nose and you just like rotate it. It's like it looks like a little toothpick with teeth on it.
Oh my God. She gave you a dildo and you don't even know it.
Oh man.
You've been putting a dildo up your nose the whole time.
Fucking hey, dude. Why does it smell funny?
Yeah, exactly.
Uh,
Yeah, it smells like my mom. What?
the fuck? Oh man. What's going on with you, dude? Shit.
Oh
Been
man,
forever, man.
just been a long day. Hung over the first part of the day.
Hung over the first part of that. Sounds like my day yesterday.
I didn't even want to go to work. I was like getting the hot and cold sweats. Could be COVID. I
Oh
don't
man, don't
know.
say that.
No, no. I had a bunch of beers yesterday and then vodka at the end of the night.
Sounds about right. I
And yeah. So, anyways, I was at work and thought I was gonna like throw up, and it was horrible. But then it
I
got better.
it got better. That's why you had to push it back yesterday. You were like, we're just gonna do it
Oh
tomorrow.
yeah.
I'm like, oh, okay. Like I respect
Well,
that the artistic
you know what it
style.
was. You know what it was.
What was it?
Saturday I had the show, and then I ended up getting ice cream afterwards, and my body was just fucked up.
We're at that point, dude, where dairy don't fuck with us the right way
Ugh.
anymore. They
I was
don't.
fucked up the whole day. I was seeing stuff and was fuzzy. So, anyways, it is what it is. You know,
Oh man,
surviving. It's about surviving now, either from COVID or hangovers.
dude, can you believe it's been a fucking year now? It's a year. It's a freaking year. Like tomorrow for me will be a year. I remember it was the first day I stood home from work.
Mm.
Like I remember it was ironically I went to my boss. It was the Friday before, and he goes, "I'm like, hey, like I'm like, hey, what's gonna happen for Monday? Am I coming in or not? Because I produced the morning show out there. It's like I need to know whether or not I'm sleeping in or I'm getting up early. And so it's like, yeah, just come in like normal. I shit you not even for like a couple hours later that Friday, and he was like, "Don't come in on Monday."
Mm.
I was like, "Shit, okay." So it's been a whole
And
fucking year.
it was cool. Like the first couple weeks, you get to order food out, you get to watch all the Netflix. But then after 2 months, you're like, I want to go back to work. I want to.
Right, dude. I've literally gone through all the quarantine like phases and stuff except for baking. I have not yet to
Me either.
bake anything. I mean, I joined TikTok.
Join TikTok.
I joined TikTok.
Like it's a gym or something.
Um, I did a couple other things. I can't remember. Like there are so many like different like levels to this. Like
Are you still getting the poon, the puss?
oh yeah, it was. I'll tell you, dude. For the beginning there, it was rough. It was
Oh, I bet.
really
I
rough,
couldn't imagine.
dude. I was dry for about 4 or 5 months
Oh,
from like March all the way down to like July and August. I was just like,
oh my God,
oh,
crying.
I was like, that's the one thing that was irritating the fuck out of me was that I wasn't getting anything on the regular.
Right,
And I was becoming irritable. Like how how some people get grumpy when they eat.
right,
I
right,
got grumpy because I couldn't do anything.
right, right.
And manual labor is it isn't
Oh, it's
isn't
the worst.
it's the fucking worst. But yeah, after July, dude, I freaking went on a hot streak, and I'm like, I'm cool with that.
Yeah. I guess that's how it is when you're single. You can tell, and I could, I could tell you're dating out there. You could always tell a guy that he's dating when you go on their social media.
Uh-huh.
It's like, hey, I've been working out. Look at, I've been working out. And then married guys don't do that shit. You know what I mean? A lot of married guys don't even go on Instagram. If it wasn't for my comedy, I wouldn't even be posting really.
Yeah.
And then here's another single guys do, or date guys dating. They always got to take a picture with like a nephew or like a sister's kid. Look at, he's good with babies.
You know what's funny that you mentioned that? Like when I first started, um, way back, this is years ago, maybe like when I got on Tinder, it was like 2015, 16. I actually did do that. I actually took a picture with my cousin's baby where I was all dressed up. I was in a blue button up with a tie. And I was like, I was holding this baby for them. I'm like, I looked to my mom, I'm like, Mom, get a picture of me and the baby. She's like,
Right,
why? Just get a picture with me and the baby. And she does it. And I immediately, my first thought was, I'm gonna put this on the
right.
on that on the dating sites. And women freaking loved it.
I love,
He's good with babies. Look at how quiet that baby is
right.
holding him, and look how peaceful. I was like, yeah.
And then when that baby grows up, you gotta tell him, look at guy, you got me laid back in 2020.
Oh
Thank you.
man. I
Thank
I'm
you.
gonna have I'm gonna have to tell my cousin's kid that in a couple of years. It's like, dude, you
Yeah, definitely wait until they're of age because they might not know what sex is, you know.
What's getting it wet? I didn't know what that is.
oh man.
But fuck, what was I gonna say?
I got
Maryland.
into edibles.
Oh, you got an edibles?
I got into edibles, dude. My sister works for a cannabis company.
Oh my God. I feel like I always felt like a drug addict around you. And I would smoke and you'd be like, oh, what's this weed you're talking about?
It wasn't, it was more like, I never really got into it, but I got
Yeah,
nothing but fucking time now. So
right.
I'm
How do
I'm
you like it?
I'm I love it, dude. I feel like when I got these, she got me these little Starburst looking things, 10 milligrams, and they'll just
How
within like
many how
45
many do you
minutes.
take?
I take one, dude, and I'm good for like 4 or 5 hours.
Lucky. Keep it that way. Because
Yeah, man.
you could build a tolerance up quick. If I take edibles 2 days in a row, if I do a 10 milligram Monday, I'm gonna have to do 20 on Tuesday to get the same effect. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you got to be careful. And then I've done a week where I did a week straight of edibles, and my mind wasn't right for like a couple of
Fucking A,
weeks.
dude. Tell me why. Like I popped one before I went for a walk. Like I go for like these hour-long walks now because there ain't nothing
Yeah.
else to do. So I go walk around like this trails near my house. And tell me why I took one, and I swear I'm like I feel like the wind is just pushing me. I was just going like,
Oh, I love it. You start thinking about the wind, the heat of the sun. You really start like examining the little things we don't examine when you're not high. You know what I mean?
yeah. And at that point, that's when I really started breaking down the whole like psychological spectrum of the Marvel Cinematic Universe in my head. Like, okay, this is why this happened, and this is what it led to
Right.
this, and this, and it's just like, holy shit. But it's
Yeah,
a
but sometimes like with me, I watch those movies and I get so caught up in like one character or something, half the movie's gone by and I'm like, what the hell's happening now? You know what I mean?
yeah, yeah.
But if it wasn't for weed during quarantine, I would have lost it because it makes you paranoid. It makes you think about stuff you don't want to think about. It keeps your mind busy.
It fucking it turns down my anxiety like a motherfucker, dude. Like it
Oh
helps
yeah.
me. Like my shit. Like when I'm high, dude, I'm just like super super chill, and I don't think about anything, dude. Like if I'm
Right.
quiet, if I'm like super quiet, that's when you're just like, oh yeah, Nick's high. It's just like,
This is
I
the
know.
episode that my son's gonna listen to when he is trying to figure out if he should smoke or not.
Hey, well, Daddy and Uncle Nick are talking about it.
Dude, let me tell you about the time like I had a similar experience like that with my dad. I was around 12, 13 years old, and we're at that point where like they're telling me not to smoke, not to do drugs,
Right.
all this other stuff. Now stay away from all that stuff. I was like, I was about to go through puberty. Around like I said, 12, 13, like maybe 14 at the
They're
time.
like, he was like, honey, he's been locking the door, staying in the shower for an hour. We got to talk to him.
But check this out. So my dad's like, "I don't want you smoking weed. I don't want you touching any of that shit." And when I was younger, I was a heavy fucking kid. I was a fat kid. And so my dad
Really?
was husky too. He was a little bit bigger. So sometimes I would go into his closet and I would borrow shirts and stuff. So I go into his closet one day and I pull out a shirt, and what do I fucking see that falls on the ground? A fucking baggie full of weed. And I'm like, you're a hypocrite. You fucking hypocrite. You're
Yeah.
telling me not to smoke this shit, and you got it right here in your fucking.
I love how you went to go borrow, aka go steal one of your dad's shirt because he's at work and you want something new to wear to school.
Yeah, I did. I totally did.
I would do that shit. But yeah, you know what? I found my mom confiscated a grinder of mine and joint papers, and then I find it in her closet like the next summer. She's using it, and they go to Hawaii. I found it in Hawaii. I was so pissed off. I smoked all of her weed.
That is epic.
Yeah, and then she was like, she never confronted me, or really, she did, but she didn't say what I did. She was just like, don't go through my things and I won't go through yours. I'm like, you started it. You went through my shit.
So you guys were even after that point then?
Yeah, we were. So yeah, you're right. That's a good, it canceled it out. So
canceled it out, dude. There's like, you guys were like, I won't say nothing if you won't say nothing.
Yeah, he canceled it out, and then I started stealing pain pills for my stepdad, and I went back up again.
That's a whole nother avalanche right there, dude.
Hey, but you know what's funny is I was thinking about those drug days and stuff, and because yesterday I went over to my mom's, and she's retired now, so she's going through the house and stuff, and I think they might move in the near future to like Livermore or somewhere else, but she's got all of her jewelry out. And she's like, hey, do you want some of this? I think it's worth some, like, because she knows I need money and stuff. And I'm like, what, motherfucker? I used to have to steal jewelry, and now, like, she's just giving it to me. You know?
It's like, you're moving up in the world, Alex. You went from stealing jewelry to people giving you jewelry to for cash and shit. So like,
well, I have no more pain pills, no more stealing mom's weed. I buy my own now, and getting jewelry from mom. Don't have to take it.
Think about this too. When you were buying your own, when you were doing all that shit for weed, it wasn't legal back then.
Well, not for weed. I was doing it for the painkillers.
Yeah.
No, the weed. You're right though. It was harder to get though. You had to go. I had this one drug dealer. I shouldn't call him drug dealer. He was a weed dealer. He was so gross. He would spit in like rags and then like throw it on the like loogies, like and then throw it, and then like, how much do you want? Not even washing his hands or anything. Like, ugh, like I need the club ASAP. You know,
dude. Can you imagine how like it is now compared to back then? I remember how we used to like share this shit. Now you're just like,
yeah,
I don't even. But hey,
I've shared though.
You touched on something I was going to ask you.
How old is your kid now? You saw me touch my thing?
No, I was going to touch fucking Alex.
How old's my kid?
How old's your kid now?
He's 69. This is a comedy podcast. No, he's 8.
He's 8?
Yeah.
At what point do you feel like you're going to have to talk to him about this kind of like drugs and weed? And
I've been avoiding it. Because one time in the car, see, kids will just spring questions out of the blue. You won't be expecting it. And out of the blue, he goes, Daddy, have you ever smoked? And I was like, well, look at the cows over there. Like, oh my God. I didn't know what to say. I don't have an answer, you know? Yeah. And he smells on me. I come in, my wife's like, Jesus Christ, you know? I'm like, sometimes I'll come in, I'm like Dracula, like all the smoke's still behind me. And, like, you know, yeah. I'm like, hello. But my whole thing.
For him to pick it up at 8 years old, though.
Oh yeah, kids are smarter now. They have the technology, the knowledge to their little fingertips. You know what I mean? Yeah. But no, I think I'm just gonna tell them like, listen, you gotta be 21 to do it. The booze and the weed. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know what else to say. It's legal. It's not legal. Like when we were kids, it was taboo. Meanwhile, people are smoking cigarettes and doing other things.
Yeah.
So now I think it's more mainstream, but I don't want him to do. I don't want him to get anything. I want him to be sober. You know?
I think as a parent, at least this, like, I've had a couple close calls, but I think in a situation, it's like you got to kind of let them experience that shit for the first hand.
Well, and
Like,
that's the thing too, is like they're gonna experience it if you like it or not.
yeah, and they're only there's only and that's how they're gonna find out whether or not they like it or they're gonna enjoy it. You just hope that they're smart enough, like you say there, to realize, hey, this is too much, or hey, I should, or just don't know when to stop. It's
Right,
like
right.
we're in a society now where more is better. You can't get enough,
Oh my God, don't get me started with the Instagram models.
dude. I fucking
That's all that pops up. Hey, and they try to get married guys in trouble because you'll be on Instagram looking at, oh, 49ers resign whoever. And then like this big butt comes and it's shaking and blah 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 blah. And my wife will be right there, like, what are you looking at? You know?
it's worse on TikTok. Let me tell you.
Oh, I know. Oh no, no, no. And it's like high school chicks. And I'm
Oh my
like, this
god,
is this is inappropriate. They don't ask
it's
for your
totally
age.
inappropriate.
They don't ask for your age when you sign up.
Yeah, and it's just like weird. Like, what's crazy? I put a lot of time and effort into coming up with some of my TikTok videos.
Oh yeah, 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 yeah. I see that. Yeah.
So tell me why I put all this effort into doing this one little skit. I get maybe 12, 13 likes.
Okay.
A girl in fucking Florida does the same little 1 2 1 2 with these big ass titties, same song and dance every fucking time, and she's got like 25,000 likes.
Right. Well,
And
you
she
you
has
said
no
it.
fucking talent.
You
She has
said it
no
already.
fucking talent. Yeah, it's that's all it is, man. It's all social media is a physical game.
It's bad. I think it's bad for girls and females to because it makes them think they have talent. I'm like, you're shaking what God gave you. You know,
Yeah,
like
yeah. It's just like, okay, I say shake, okay, shake what your mama gave you, but what else can you do? Show me
yeah.
something else. It's just like, if that's all you have to offer society, then yikes, I feel bad when your looks go.
That a lot of these chicks they get that, and these chicks they go crazy. You see them in the suburb bars. We
Yeah.
call them the cougars. That's why they hook up with these young guys, right? They get a divorce. They have a midlife crisis. They start dressing like their daughters. You know what I
Oh
mean?
man.
That's what happens. Yeah, the looks go. I mean, thank God I wasn't born pretty because I would be using that. Let me tell you, I got the tits, but
You,
no one wants to see a guy's tits.
you're missing the hair for that, and you gotta take the beard
Right.
off, and then you maybe, because hey, thick chicks need love too, dude.
Oh, I
We can
for
fit that.
sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you know what I like about the thick chicks now is it wasn't popular like thick chicks back in the day. You used to have to hide it and oh, where'd you go last night? I didn't see you leave. Oh, did you go home with that chick? No, no, no.
I'm telling you
And
right now, dude, I'm all for it.
I'm all for it too. And the older I get, the less I care about perfection. When I was in high school, I was too like, oh, she's got to be perfect and stuff. And and in college too, I did, and like it would hurt my chances. Like there's so many fours and threes I could have banged. You know what I mean? But I was like, I gotta get an A. I'm like, stupid.
Yeah, dude. I definitely in COVID, dude. Let me tell you, you have to learn to get to know someone before
Ugh,
anything physically, because you have to trust that person and
right.
develop things now. So
That sucks. That
it's
sucks.
what, for a while there, dude, I actually liked it. I actually like taking the time to get to know someone before it just like I dove in and say game on. It made me actually learn to learn and study the person. But it's fucked up is, as much time as you put into that, your feelings are getting exposed. And some of these people out there are fucking brutal with it. The second they don't like something about you, they cut you off, and you're standing there with your fucking heart in your hand.
Right,
Like,
right.
so
That's
that's
what
why,
I
like,
was.
it's like I hate that shit. So it's like I had this conversation with a friend earlier, like I don't know what to do with dating, dude, because every time I really get feelings for some girl, it ends up like my heart gets fucking put back in my hand, and I'm trying to put that shit back in my chest. And that fucking sucks. So I'm like, I think when so many guys and so many people do casual, is because they get that feeling, that physical feeling that we liked, and they don't get their heart hurt. They don't get their emotions hurt. And so
I
I understand
think
it now.
I think you're going too much into it. I think you just need to have a good time, and if whatever happens, happens. You know what I mean? Because
Yeah.
you're right, people are hella picky. They could swipe left or right whenever they fucking want to. Uh, I think it's like I think people don't stay with each other a whole lot nowadays because there's so many options and choices.
Yeah.
We didn't
Yeah.
have those when I met my wife in 2011. We didn't have the apps. People that met online were fucking weirdos or Christians. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so, you had a date if at the bar, and like you were saying, it was way easier to hook up because you just go to the bar, hey, buy me a drink, and then you're hooking up.
Yeah.
Um, but now you got to talk to them, you got to get to know them, and even then you got to show that you don't have STDs or COVID. You got to get 2 tests now.
I got it. I'm carrying identity. I'm carrying that ID in my pocket. Boom. There's my
Right.
STD test, and there's my COVID test. Boom.
Right. But I get what you mean. I mean, and you want, like, as a single guy, you kind of want to date someone and then have one lined up to smash on the side. You know what I mean? She's kind of cool, but not dateable,
It's kind of like, honestly, I feel bad because I did tell some people that I was going to be on this podcast. So if they're
Oh,
listening to
no.
this, I'm like,
Oh, God.
they're gonna look at me in a whole light.
That's why you've been reserved. That's why I don't tell anyone about the podcast.
But it's the truth though, dude. It's the truth though. Like, because you're also kind of like, okay, have something on standby because you're also kind of nervous about something like not working out. Shit.
Listen, even chicks do it though. Even
Oh, yeah,
chicks
they do.
have the side, or they're indecisive. I like Bobby and I like Billy.
Well,
It's like,
here's what I
yeah,
tell you that you have Bobby and Billy, but how about some side Nick?
there you go.
Side Nick
And you're talking about from the side.
from the side.
Do you do all the work, or do you let them do some of the work, or you just kind of?
Honestly, dude, it varies, man. It depends on what kind of mood I'm in. Like if I'm
Yeah.
feeling really, because like I'm more so than anything, I'm very aggressive, more dominant.
Right.
Some women like
right.
that, but sometimes I'm like, nah, man, I'm fucking tired. You want this, and this. You gotta do it for me. You gotta get on
Yeah.
top. You gotta do this. Show me. Sometimes I'll lay back and like, show me the effort. That's what thing is
Yeah.
sexy, dude. Is when a woman shows you the effort.
Oh yeah, I know. I dated a lazy woman. She used crutches not because she was hurt, because she was lazy. She didn't like walking.
What?
Yeah, and I had to do all the work. I remember one time I was just like, "Are you gonna do something?" I mean, I got in shape that summer. I was like, people were like, "You go to the gym?" Like, nah, just banging this lazy chick.
But let me tell you something else, dude. Dating now during COVID sucks because I'm doing a whole lot more video chats and FaceTiming and everything. And COVID took my hair, dude. I went your route. I went bald.
Right.
But I know. So I one time went on a FaceTime date with this girl I matched with on Bumble, and she hung up 40 minutes into it. I was bald. Like you could see my bald patch back here. And it's just like, oh, I gotta go. My delivery is here. And she hung up and I never heard from her again.
Oh my God.
I was
I
also a
mean,
little buzzed,
but chicks can be as what's the word? Materialistic as men. Look at the outside, because women are just, the perspective of women is, oh, they like, it's what's the inside that counts. No, motherfucker. No, there's some cold fish out there that don't have penises too.
Yeah. You know what I realized, dude? Women, I've noticed this more. When women want to insult a guy, they go after shit that he can't control, like receding hairline,
Little penis.
yeah, small junk. Or what bugs me, dude, because I'm kind of in the middle of this, is height.
Do women really care about that?
They really care about that. You talk to most girls, they want a guy that's like over 6 feet. So like I've read on Tinder, on Bumble, some girls will say, I like tall guys. Don't DM me if you're under 6 feet. And I'm like,
Jesus.
what?
And you know what? If you put that on your profile, I don't like a woman that's shorter than 6 foot. They're gonna be like pig, misogynistic. You know what I mean?
I feel like it's a double standard, dude. You know,
It
it's just
is.
like,
It is.
and I'm not trying to like, I love women. I respect women.
Oh, they're
I,
horrible.
This guy, but it's just like I see so many double standards. You know, why? I got into an argument with one of my homegirls the other day about who should pay for the first date.
What is a home girl? Is that different than an apartment girl? What is a home girl? Is that a black chick? What is that?
Oh my God. This guy.
It's just a friend, a girlfriend that's,
yeah.
It's just a friend.
And ironically, she started out as a girl I tried to date, but you know, we found out we were better off as friends.
How do you find that out?
Oh, it unravels itself over time. The more you get to know the person, you're just like, yeah, I couldn't.
Do you like being friends with girls?
I like being friends with some girls, not all the girls, if that makes sense. Some girls.
No, I get what you mean.
Some girls, you know, they'll give you having like a small group of girls as friends, they'll help provide you and get you insight on things. Like I have maybe like 3 or 4 close girlfriends that I could talk to just about like anything. Like if I'm feeling kind of emotional, I can go talk to them. If I'm having girl problems, I can talk to them. Or, you know, if they want to shoot the shit to me, I'm right here. I'm not going to try to get in their pants. I'm not going to try to like holler at them or anything. But I had this discussion with her one day about who should pay for dinner on the first date. And I said, at least the girl should offer to pay. If she doesn't even offer to pay, then that says something to me. You know, I'm be honest with you, dude. I'm a man of means. So, you know, if you at least offer to pay, I'm not gonna let you pay, but you know, just lets me know that, you know, you're willing to pay and I'm not expected to pay everything. Because some women, like we got into discussion of this because she said that guys should pay for majority of everything. I'm like, whoa. She's like, if a guy's courting a girl, then he should pay for everything. And I'm like, hold up, pause. If a guy's courting a girl, okay, if he's courting a girl, fine. But what's this girl putting back? Is she giving out the same effort? Because I'm not going to sit there and fucking just throw all my shit out there for a girl who may not even be interested and who's just using me for this.
It's different now. Once they start complaining about not getting paid the same amount as men, and they want to be treated equally, that's when that shit stopped. That's when, you know what? She didn't offer to buy any dinners. I'll give her. She doesn't offer the first one. I'll give her that. That's a freebie. But second or third, or at least pay for parking or something, you're out. See ya.
Yeah.
You're a cheapskate. You're gonna end up paying for that person the whole relationship. They're not gonna go to work. They're gonna make sure you pay. You meet those people. Like the lady I was talking about on the crutches who didn't need them. You think she worked? They're out there. They're lazy. They're fans of Walmart.
Oh man, you need to get yourself a Target chick, man. Fuck Walmart girls. You need.
I love Target.
I fucking love, dude. You know what I did though? I'm really proud of myself. I got a Target credit card. The most adult thing ever. I got a Target credit card, and let me tell you, dude, that thing is like paradise. Because it shows your girl that you can go. You're down to go to Target and get all the shit she doesn't need, but you're also smart enough to know to pay that shit off on time and build your credit up. Boom, double winning.
Yeah. So, and that's a plus for you too. I mean, you're gonna buy a chick something with your Target card. She thinks you're spending money, but you're doing it on credit.
I'm doing it on credit. It's like, oh, you want that $50 ornament? Oh yeah, cool, fine. Fuck, I'll pay that off in 2 months, maybe even sooner.
But so here's my thing with that whole paying and the manners, opening the door, closing the door, all that. I don't know where we are in society with all that now. I feel like that's so old school. I feel like everyone wants to be the same. So if you want to be the same as me, then you should open the door for me. The fuck? You know what I mean? You should be doing shit for me.
It's so weird, dude, because like I dated a girl a couple years ago who didn't like it when I opened the door for her. And I was actually in love with this girl. And she's
Yeah.
like, I don't like it. Can you please don't open the door for me? I know it just makes it like, why?
It's so weird. That's
But
weird.
then come full circle, like all these years later, and here's women, like there was women saying, I wish guys would open doors. I wish guys would do this. Like, well, yeah, guys we're trying to do this, but you're also telling us no. So what is it? Is it going to be you want us to do it or not? We're so confused. I think a big part of like the struggle between dating is the lack of communication and the lack of clarity between the sexes, between men and women.
Communication is everything.
Yes, it absolutely is, dude. And so this is why I'm just like I told my friend the while back, it's like he was talking to a girl on Snapchat. And I was like, I already know where this is going. Snapchat. If a girl wants to talk to you on Snapchat, she's bad at communicating. She deletes all her messages afterwards, and you become a ghost. She has
and he's probably paying like a premium, like $5 a month.
So she loses. You become a ghost. So it allows her just to delete your messages and keep you on the low. You know, you don't know anything. She could be talking to other dudes through that shit.
Right.
I may sound like I'm spurned, dude, but I'm just kind of fed up when it comes to dating.
Spurn. I like that word. It's a combination of sperm and stern. Did you make that up?
That's a real word, man.
I need to start reading like you. I just been reading comments
You know what's funny is that like during quarantine, I got one of my first trips to Target during quarantine. I picked up this notebook and I started writing hella random shit in it, whether it was jokes, poems, lines, raps, stories, whatever. And I started like reading and like believing in like just like this if you write it down, shit will happen, dude. If you like, so yeah, dude, you should do that too.
Did shit happen?
Shit did happen. No, shit did
I'd be
happen.
I'd be right. I want to get written by big titty, big ass Latina.
Ironically, that did happen with me. But
did you write it and then it happened?
It happened.
Oh my god,
it happened.
That's cool. I'm gonna start writing. I might
you just got to trust in the power of the universe, dude. Just write it down, speak it into the universe, and shit will happen. Like
the only time I journal is when I'm upset.
And that's good.
Yeah, I want to be writing more. As a comedian, you got to be just constantly writing. That shit, right? Yeah.
You know what's funny? I know what I discovered is if I had a fucking microphone in my shower, I'd be going on comedy tours with you. I'd be selling out arenas.
Right.
I say a lot of
shower. Yeah. Like, why are you looking at me? Yeah. No, but like I get that. Like I'll think of a lot of stuff because the shower nowadays, the shower is the only place that's separated from all the distractions in the world. Mm-hmm. And you know what? Companies, I'm fucking fed up with them. They're trying to take over our shower space. They're like, oh, put a speaker in your shower. Fuck you. Put this in the shower. Another distraction. I can't think of. I need that free time of no electronics. No, that's like my free time. You know.
You know, one thing I discovered, there's like this. I don't listen to I listen to music, but I don't listen like to the I listen to like instrumentals and like vibes and like produced beats and stuff, like these chill vibe beats. I listen to that while I'm in the shower.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a lot better for you than listening to like any of your favorite artists.
Cut my life into pieces. Shut it, dude. Shut it, Papa. Because I need some free time in here. I don't know. It's key to, and I guess they call it meditation, but it is key to have like at least 20 minutes of like quiet time, you know, just to let your brain, I'm telling you, at the end of the day, some days I'm like, because I've been looking at the phone all day or listen to music or listen to podcasts, it's like I need a day where I'm not listening to anything, looking at anything.
Yeah.
You know?
No, so what I started doing probably about the beginning of the year is I get up like around. This is funny because I produced a morning show over in.
Right.
I produced a morning radio show. So usually when in person, I have to be there at the studio at like around 4:30 in the morning. But obviously I'm working from home. I'm doing the whole setup from home. So I punch in at 5 o'clock in the morning and I go back to bed and don't wake up till 7:45, 8 o'clock. Because they need me to be punched in just in case something happens, but nothing ever really happens. It's hard for anything to happen. So I get up in the morning, I grab my coffee, and I sit outside for about 10 minutes, dude.
Yeah.
I sit outside, and I sit out there, drink my coffee, and I do a sense check, and where it's, you spot out something with each of your senses. Okay, like with my eyes, what do you see? Oh, I see the palm trees swaying back and forth. Your ears, oh, I can hear the birds singing. The smell, I could smell my coffee. I could taste my coffee. I feel the wind blowing against my arm.
These are the edibles talking.
Fucking A, dude. Shit gets heightened during the edibles, but yeah, dude, it helps calm me and gets me collected for the day, and I'm able to kick ass, get into it, and just start grinding.
Oh, so your days are better when you do that.
I find more center, and like I find peace before I jump into the chaos.
I get that with the working out, but I don't do it enough. But my days are better, the writing's better, my mood is better, everything. And it's so like I know like I need that, but then I will put it off or be lazy. Just like vegetables. I had a carrot yesterday, first time in like 30 years. And I was like,
God.
oh, this is why people eat vegetables. I feel great. I feel like I can climb Mount Everest. But I want the burger because it's easy. You just go through the drive-through. But that's gonna make me feel like death.
Mm-hmm.
So went to Taco Bell today. Oof.
Oh, you know what I did, dude? I started making my own crunch wraps.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, dude, I did because they had the AM crunch wraps where it's like steak, egg, and
oh my God,
potatoes, all wrapped up in a big tortilla. So I do that. I do the same thing at home, and I bought a packet. I bought a bottle of the Taco Bell sauce. So I put egg, cheese. I'll put some sausage, and I put the potatoes in there, dude. And I make it into like this little like quarter of a quesadilla, and it's all wrapped up and layered, and it's so fucking good.
And you know what? You're Mexican, right?
Yep.
You guys know how to fucking roll a burrito. I 32 years old. I haven't conquered it. I haven't figured it out. But my wife, she's whiter than me, and she could just figure it out. But somehow it's something in the Mexican blood. You guys are great.
Dude, let me tell you, I am the absolute worst at wrapping burritos.
Oh my God.
I am the worst burrito wrapping Mexican I'm probably one of the worst Mexicans you will ever meet. I am so fucking whitewashed. It's hilarious.
Thank God the dead can't hear this podcast. Your ancestors would be rolling the grave. Fucking punto, motherfucker.
My grandma would fucking reach up and smack me in the back of the head. But dude, no, I suck at wrapping burritos. You know what my problem is? I put too much shit in the burrito, so when I fucking go to eat it, everything's fucking falling out. I'm like, oh my God, it's all over the place.
Yeah, I can relate to that for sure.
So like when I go to the taqueria and I go or go to a little spot down the street and I see that dude in the back just rolling that fucking burrito.
Shit.
You good? The fuck was that?
I have a sheet that I hang up. It just fell down and hit me in the back. I thought there was a fucking
like you saw a fucking
here.
Ghost, dude.
Oh my God.
I thought it was your kid or something.
No. This thing came down and
because you're using tape.
Oh yeah, you can hear. I need to get a fucking green screen. This is a blanket. I took it off my kid's bed and now I'm putting it on the wall and it's probably
dude, you can get those we can get like a big black screen or something like a backdrop for like $30-$40 on like Amazon.
I know. I need to. I know. Amazon's great. I ordered a kid the other day and it's supposed to show up next week.
Oh shit.
I'm done doing chores. You know what I mean? So I went on you got to go on like the very last page of Amazon, and they got these little Asian kids you can buy, and they know how to mop, they know how to vacuum. It's crazy, and they
How much
ship
you
them
gotta
in a
pay?
box.
How much
They
they
ship
cost
them.
you though?
It's gonna cost the stimulus check, but I'm getting
Oh, fuck that, dude.
I'm getting like 10 grand for the
Yeah,
stimulus.
because you're getting one for yourself and you're getting one for the kid, right?
You get like a bunch of money for being married, a bunch of money for having a kid. I want to like try to get my wife pregnant right now so I could say we have 2 kids. So that's not a lie. You know what I mean?
That's not a lie. You're basically spitting facts. Yeah, let me tell you. You know what I'm going to do with my Steamy? You know what I'm going to do? It's coming. I actually checked the IRS website, and it tells you when it's coming in.
Well, you're Wells Fargo, right?
Yeah,
They announced that it's dropping on the 17th, which is
that's what I
fucked
said.
up. They're
Which is
like,
fucked up. Yeah.
they want people to get hammered, you know?
You know what's fucked up is that I was like, they announced it on like Thursday, Friday. I'm like, yes, it's gonna be here by the weekend. And then I checked the IRS website today, and I'm like, your check will be here. Your check will be deposited on the 17th. I was like, fuck you guys, man. I need that shit now because you know why? You know why I need that? I am taking a staycation. The first time I'm taking a trip since COVID, dude. I'm taking my happy ass. I went through the wine phase, dude. I got into wine.
Wait, you said staycation. That means in your house.
Now I'm taking a small local trip.
Oh, local trip.
Yeah, so I don't know if you can tell, I have all these bottles of wine behind me.
I was gonna call you an alcoholic, but
Yeah,
I helped myself. You're just tasting the wine.
I'm just tasting.
Yeah.
So I got into it, dude. So I'm taking a little staycation. I'm driving out to Livermore this weekend,
Oh my God.
and I'm gonna get a room, and I'm gonna hit
Oh,
all the fucking wineries. So that's why I was like, I need money to go spend
this
at that.
is exactly what the government wanted you to spend the money on.
Dude, I'm gonna be sitting up there, and I'm like, hey, sweetie, you want another round? You want that? You want that Cabernet? I got you, girl. Steamy check.
Well, and that's the whole thing too. It's like people are getting this money. Oh, I need it. And then they're like, "Where are you gonna spend it on?" I'm gonna lease a BMW. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I mean, do whatever you want with the money. I'm jealous because all the money's going in my wife's account, so I know I'm not gonna see any of that.
Because
We need to pay stuff off. We need to do.
I want a camera.
Because-
I want a laptop. You know.
let's be honest, Alex. If we should be thankful that the money is going to your wife, because if she didn't take it, you probably have about 10 or 12 of those little Asian kids on Amazon
Oh yeah.
cleaning the house, and you probably be buying like flamingos and all the other. I could trust that you would find
I am.
all the black market stuff that Amazon doesn't know.
It's not so much that. It's like I spend money on dumb shit. Like, look at
Oh, yeah.
Let me grab this. Hang on. This is stupid. Look at this shit.
Oh shit.
When the fuck am I ever going to use a confetti cannon? I've had this for like 5 years. It shoots confetti.
Pregnancy scares?
No, it wasn't even that. I think it was like 4th of July or something. But like, I got all this dumb shit that I didn't need to spend money on, you know? I showed up with this. My wife's like, what the hell is this? Like, it's a confetti cannon. She's like, why'd you buy that? I'm like, because I'm a moron. I don't know. You know?
Yeah.
It's a big mess. That's why I haven't done it either. If this thing goes off, it's going to be such a bad cleanup. And if you do it outside, you're littering. So
damned if you do, damned if you don't.
you're right. No, the wife is good. I would be homeless if it wasn't for her. I'm horrible with money. You know, would you get a Pornhub update there?
No, just I gotta.
I tried that. Hey, I tried that. I was gonna, you know, the podcast wasn't doing that well, and I thought, you know what, I'll make a page on Pornhub. I figure, you know, the Instagram, I'm not doing anything. The Facebook, maybe I'll start a page, get the wife involved. Horrible. First off, the wife's not into the camera. Okay. Second off, I get the filming done, and I hate watching myself. I hate watching myself in stand-up. Sex, it's even worse. Oh my God. Disgusting.
You know what? Yeah.
I thought I would be into it, and I was like, ugh, this is disgusting.
You know what, dude?
My page failed. My page failed.
I had a revelation one time. I had something similar like that happen to me where we've all experimented with the camera in the bed.
Right.
I remember seeing it one time, and I saw myself. I was like, I was like, oh shit. And I'm like, I am forever grateful for every woman who has agreed to have sex with my ass
Right,
because
right.
I've seen what I look like, and I'm like, ugh, this is why I grew the beard. This is why I cover my
It's
face.
gross.
I am better looking the more I cover my face.
Well, that's the whole thing. I think I blew it because I got naked for the video. I look so much better in clothes. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So,
we're an illusion, Alex. We look better in clothes, but we when we're naked, when yeah, it's all like,
I
ugh.
and when it comes to sex, I rather watch other people. I don't want to watch myself. You know what I mean? It's I don't know. It's men, us as men. I guess women are dumb too, but we're just so dumb sometimes. I catch myself like I thought that was gonna be, good looking. I remember I bought a thong and an outfit to dance for the wife, and I'm like, I got the thong and it's up my ass. I'm like, what am I doing? You know what I mean? I got Sade playing, like smooth operator. I'm like,
Operator.
I feel gross. You know what I mean? And she's throwing up. She's like, Jesus Christ, you got more pimples on your ass than a 13-year-old teen girl's face.
Oh,
That's what I'm saying, dude. I don't have the. I meant to do comedy.
you are meant to do
Why
comedy.
am I trying to go down other avenues? It's
Yeah,
stupid. And artists do this. They're doing great in one thing. They're like, oh, I want to try movies, and they're horrible and they're gross, or music. That's a big thing. Not so much movies, but music.
music.
You know what I mean? So focus on one thing. That's my point, kids. Is the social media will come.
I think you need to find your gimmick before you start doing your social media. See,
Mm.
you're doing it right. The way I see it, like I've seen you perform live. Funny as shit. Your gimmick
Ugh.
is your gimmick is the dad.
Right, right,
You're the
right,
dad. You got dad bod. You're wearing the
right.
sweater. You know,
I got dad
people can
hair.
relate to you. You got dad hair. So,
Yeah,
dude, I'm right there too. That's probably where my
yeah.
hairline is at too. I'm too shy to fucking. I look like I said. I look better with the fucking hat on.
Oh, I do it all the time, like driving for work and stuff. Sometimes I'll be confident with the bald head, and then sometimes I got to put the hat on. I better go in the store with the hat, you know?
Yeah,
I don't know what it is. I miss the hair. It's depressing. It's not coming back though. It's one of
it's
those
not.
things we just got to deal with. And my mom's like, "Why don't you put the thing?" She hates it. That's what makes it worse too. You know what I mean? She's like,
Yeah.
"Why don't you do this and this?" My parents are the worst with giving, like, helping my self-esteem. My dad the other day, he saw that picture I did comedy with the puffy jacket and stuff, and he's like, "I see you've gained some weight." Because I haven't seen my dad like all year. He's all paranoid about COVID. And
Yeah.
I text him back, I see you're still an asshole.
Yeah.
But they've always been like that. I should thank them though. I became a comedian because of the fucked upness.
The experience. Yeah.
But yeah, no, dude, I haven't seen my dad for like almost a year because he's paranoid about germs and all this stuff. And he's real Republican. I
Oh,
wouldn't be surprised if he was at the Capitol, those riots.
oh my God.
Because
Hey,
he's sent me like, oh, my friend sent me this. It's kind of racist, but he sent me this. It's kind of funny, and it's like a George Floyd joke, but
oh
pro
no.
cops. I'm like, oh, I gotta
Oh
delete this
God.
off my
Oh no.
phone.
Oh no.
Yeah. So, anyways, it'll be interesting once I get together with him. What's he been up to? But it's
Yeah.
fucking weird. It's weird to like. This is probably the longest time I haven't seen my dad
Shit.
in my life. You know what I mean? I moved to
Yeah.
San Diego, but he'd come visit and shit. And for Christmas, I saw him Christmas, but he just dropped off gifts. It's fucking
It's
weird.
fucking weird times, dude. It's just like,
But then I see my mom, and she didn't give a fuck. And even my grandma, who's 94, she didn't give a fuck. We had a family reunion. She was so sick of COVID. She's like, fuck it. If I get it, I get it. My
she's at the
grandfather,
end of her. She's at
yeah,
the end, dude. She's like, if she's 94 years old, if she gets it, she's lived a full fucking life.
right. But now they have the vaccines. My
Yeah.
mom wasn't going out. Now that she's got both vaccines, she's fucking La Vida Loca. She's out there like it's 1970. She's doing that, and I don't know. It's kind of funny, you know?
Are you gonna get the vaccine?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. I'm kind of
Why
nervous
not?
about it because it's just like I'm seeing the reaction. I never even gotten a flu shot, dude.
Jesus Christ,
I've
dude.
never gotten a flu shot in my life, so
Oh my
it's just like,
God.
why
That's
am I
not
gonna
good.
get this?
That's not good.
I've only gotten the flu a
Well,
handful of times.
listen, you probably, and as a kid, you got the polio vaccine, right?
Probably, dude. I'm
I think
not
that's,
that old.
no, I know, but I think we get that vaccine still, or one of them from back in the day, because it's still out there. You know what I mean? Like a
Yeah.
lot of before the COVID, I don't know if you remember this. There was like some old disease. I don't know if it was polio, it was something coming back, and it was coming back in people that were anti-vaxxers. So I mean, I think they're there for a reason. I don't think everyone's out to get us. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna take it. If I die, millions others are gonna die. So I mean, fuck it. But
But
here's my thing. But
yeah.
here's the other side. If you don't get it, I don't think that's bad either because everyone else has it. Everyone else has the vaccine.
Yeah. I mean, that's one way of looking at it too. It's just like it's seriously, it's like the flu. I told people about when my take about COVID was it's the flu on steroids. I
Right.
mean, once we know how to combat it, it's not going to go away. But once we learn how to combat it and keep it at bay, it's going to be fine. It's like the flu on steroids. You have to, you know, just take precautions. But people is like things are never going to be normal again. People are paranoid out the fucking ass.
I think it'll be normal it'll be a new normal. That's the new thing people say.
New
Because I
normal.
think the mask will eventually go away. I think we'll forget about it. They'll make movies and stuff so we remember, but I think we'll move on, and I think shit's gonna be great when it opens up. I think there's gonna be more comedy, more music. I think it's gonna be a good time to be an artist.
Yeah. What do you miss most from before?
Um, Probably having sex. My wife stopped having sex with me when this all started.
Oh, you poor rat bastard.
No, no, I'm joking. Oh, a pimple down here. I'm like the pimple hunter the older I get. I'm so bored. I look for pimples. Um, I don't know what I miss. I guess doing the live shows indoors. Outside comedy sucks.
It looks weird. I seen your
Yeah,
Instagram. I see your videos and your
yeah.
post on Instagram. I'm like, that looks strange. Hey, I
Eh,
applaud you though. You're making it work.
well, it doesn't suck. I'm kind of used to it now. I guess it depends on if the show's like run good and there's an audience. But when this all went down, there was no comedy for a couple months, and then someone started a mic in a park, and I
Yeah.
started doing that, and that was fucking horrible because no one's listening. I mean, I guess it was kind of like an open mic. It was better than nothing.
Hmm.
So did that, and then people started doing shows, and then those stopped once the lockdown, and they opened. And indoor though, the laughing is more contagious, and like there's more
Yeah.
energy in the room. You
It's
remember
bouncing
that
off the walls.
you came to that Comedy Oakland show? That's a great
Yeah.
room. It
That's a
was so
great.
small and stuff. You
Yeah.
know?
That girl fucking never
Oh, that
texted
girl.
me again though.
What the hell?
Yeah.
She didn't have a good time or what?
She had a good time, but apparently I wasn't her type.
Ugh,
Then
God.
2 months later, she was posting videos of her and some other dude down in San Diego on on a vacation. I'm like, what the fuck? And I can't even get a call back.
Do you ever feel like killing people?
I feel like smacking some sense into people.
Yeah.
That's what I feel like doing. It's just like, what the hell, man?
It's okay to fantasize about hurting someone else because we're not going to do it. We're not psychopaths, but like that makes me mad just hearing that.
Yeah, and I was trying to pursue her for the longest time, and she wouldn't even.
Right.
Yeah,
And
but
she wasn't anything.
she wasn't.
She was cute, but to be that cocky, you got to be like 11, 12. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
You're not the type and then go off because
you
this
should see the guy
guy's.
she's with now. God, it's hilarious, and it's annoying too because I actually had to unfollow her on Instagram because every single fucking post was her with this guy and doing all this stupid, cute, annoying bullshit, and I'm like, oh my god, I'm kind of glad that I didn't date you because I don't want to be that annoying couple.
You know what? I'm telling you, I'm going to sound like one of those corny fucking assholes. Everything does happen for a reason because you're absolutely right. I've thought about exes where I'm like, like I had one, she was really in good shape. I'm like, why is she with me? And she worked out all the time and she did activities outside. And it's just like, I like doing that, but not to that extent. I would have
Yeah.
fucking hated it. I mean, like another fucking hike, like another workout, like this, that's not me. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So, and then, you know, I think about it with the whole thing is like I had my drug and crime issues, met the wife, had the kid. If I didn't do those bad things, I would have never had those good things happen.
Exactly. That's kind of like what happened to me. That's how I got into radio and got me to where I'm at. I had to go through a whole bunch of shit, you know, lost my job, lost my fiance, lost my money, started getting heavy into drinking, partying, everything, just to like, I was really battling myself. But all of that was worth it now to be where I'm at now.
You had to go through that
Yep.
to know about yourself.
To discover myself, dude.
Because, like, I think to succeed in life, you have to know the most about yourself so you can combat yourself so you can do your thing.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Because I'm like, dude, and this is why I think my wife is happy about this, is once I do something and it works for me, I stay doing that thing. She likes it because I stay with her. I like doing the thing, but it's not good when it comes to drugs, alcohol, food, uh, you know, you name it. You know,
Yeah.
it's that I'm the type of person, if I find something and I feel comfort from it, I'm there. Like Subway, I get the same sandwich. You know what I mean? I don't like going to Chipotle anywhere else. I go to Subway because it's kind of by my work, and I know I'll like what I get. I'll be satisfied.
Yeah. Ironically, I'm the same way with Chipotle.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I don't as a Mexican. Okay, I am a whitewash Mexican, but I am not that whitewash of a Mexican. I do not get the tacos or the burrito at Chipotle. I get the salad. That's
Yeah,
all I get.
that's like a white lady thing.
That's
That's like a
that's like,
Karen thing.
because if I'm gonna get burritos or tacos, I am sure as hell not gonna go to fucking Chipotle.
You're right. You're right. And you know what? They're horrible at making burritos because it's all white high school kids. They don't know shit about Mexican food. I got a burrito from there a couple months ago. Swear to God, I'm being safe. I'm eating in the car, and then I got a little cocky and unrolled some more of the foil, and this fucking tortilla came, yeah, all over the place. And I got steak too, which is expensive. So I'm
Oh man.
grabbing the little steak pieces off the car, and there's like hair I gotta pull out. I'm like, fuck it, you know? Like I paid for this. But this, I wanted to go back and just motherfucker, you know?
Yeah.
But I didn't. But the crazy thing is I think I'm gonna go back. I would have gone back if I was like 65. Like old guys, they will go back and cuss out a young guy for fucking up, you know?
Yeah.
So I'm glad I'm not old yet.
Yeah.
How long we been going?
It's like it's not about an hour now.
All right, well, let's wrap up. The time always goes by fast with these podcasts, you know?
Dude, it really does. Like I miss this. Like I was getting an itch because I've been listening to a podcast and I was like, I miss like this getting on a microphone and talking shit.
It was fun, you know? And actually, now the Zoom is way easier
Yeah.
than going to Paul's, you know,
How is he
doing all
doing,
that.
dude?
I think he's dead. I don't know.
Oh shit.
No, he's good. I just I haven't been over there. I haven't seen him, you know. But I talk to him every week. I'm sending this. But yeah, he's still putting my podcast up. I appreciate him, you know.
That's dope.
Eventually, the cool thing is like I have this log of episodes. So even if it doesn't go anywhere or my career goes somewhere else, I'll always have these, you
Yeah.
know. And it was fun when we did the sports.
Yeah.
Those are still up there.
They are?
Yeah.
Holy shit. I
I know,
remember
I need to go back.
You know what's funny is I remember the time we had Zach on there.
Oh, Zimmerman,
Zimmerman, dude. It was
the Colorado guy.
Yeah. And we were both like, you were talking about Phillip Rivers and him and I right on cue were both like, man, fuck Phillip Rivers. It was
Yeah.
the greatest moment
He
of
did
that
this
podcast.
He did the story about how he almost killed Jay Cutler.
Yeah, you told that was on that. Yeah, I remember that.
I'll have to re-listen to that. I forgot about that. But yeah, Jay Cutler was diabetic and he kept bringing him margaritas, and he said Jay Cutler is smoking cigarettes, and it's crazy to find out how players are off the field, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
But anyways, we'll do this again in a couple weeks.
Sounds good, dude. I'm down for this, man.
I
I'd love to keep going with this. Yeah.
I like hearing about the dating because I know nothing about that, so that's interesting to me.
I got plenty.
Yeah, yeah.
Keep going with
Bring
this, yeah.
bring videos if you want next time. We'll analyze them. Hey,
All right,
real quick. Do you ever hear is Ohlone Radio gonna open?
Nah, I'm still doing the countdown show. I do everything from home, dude. Like
Wow.
I do everything from here. And then
Wow.
Jeremy, me and Jeremy have like a little workflow going back and forth. And the only one that's on the air at KOHL is me. And that's why I do
Nice.
countdown shows on Saturday nights.
Nice.
Which
And
people
then-
should listen to, by the way. The
Oh, yeah.
KOHL Top 10 at 10 every Saturday night. You can listen on 89.3 KOHL or KOHLradio.com. Boom.
Yeah, I didn't even introduce like how we knew you, you know, how I knew you, or you know, what you
We'll get
do.
that the next time.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
We've never been one for formality on these.
Oh
podcasts.
no. Real quickly, I wanted to tell you and the other listeners this podcast is brought to you by SilvertongueAudio.org.
Hi, Paul.
Yeah, hey Paul. Go check that out. My podcast is on there, free to download. Dazed and Disturbed is a new podcast, one of Paul's friends. I've never met him, but it's funny. He gets a little high with Mary, and he talks about dark subjects. So he shines a little light on dark subjects. It's kind of fun. And then NPC podcast, the non-player character podcast. My producer Paul is in that one, and that's a good video game podcast. So go check that out at silvertongueaudio.org. Nick, good to see you. Thanks for coming on. We'll do another one soon.
Most definitely, man. Love you, man.
All right. See you, dude.
All right.
Later.